Good evening. I'd like to call the meeting of Monday, January 14th, 2009 to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters.
Present.
Commissioner Polk.
Yep.
Commissioner Pavladis.
Here.
Commissioner Reed. And Mayor Mahoney.
Here, thank you. Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You have in your packets this evening a draft of the minutes from our previous meeting on December 10th. Any questions, comments, or suggestions? If not, I would seek a motion to approve the minutes at this time.
So moved.
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters.
Yes.
Commissioner Polk.
Yep.
Commissioner Pavladis.
Yes.
And Mayor Mahoney.
Yes, thank you. Zoning Board of Appeals appointment. We have a few vacancies on our Zoning Board of Appeals. I received an email from Patrick Melvin, who is a resident of Payless Park since 2012, stating an interest in serving in one of our committees, should an opening become available. Patrick is a union sheet metal worker working on both residential and commercial industrial projects, providing him a vast array of knowledge in the construction industry. He would like to become more involved in our community. The Zoning Board of Appeals has a vacancy with a term to expire on June 2022. I've actually known Patrick, who's here in the audience this evening, for a very long time, and very excited when he decided to move to Payless Park. He bought one of the a beautiful ranch and has done a lot of work to it, he and his wife, and I'm excited for the possibility that he could serve on the ZBA. Anyone have any questions?
Sounds like a great addition.
Welcome to the team.
Excellent. So I would seek a motion to approve the appointment of Patrick Melvin to the Zoning Board of Appeals to fill a vacancy expiring June 1st, 2022.
So moved.
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters.
Yes.
Commissioner Polk.
Yep.
Commissioner Pavladis.
Yes.
And Mayor Mahoney.
Yes, thank you, Patrick. We appreciate your willingness to serve and your enthusiasm for even coming to the meeting tonight. I love it. We're looking forward to having you involved. Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome. Anybody else out there interested? We have other spots that could be filled.
Absolutely. So, consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda are routine or have been brought forward at the direction of the Board of Commissioners and will be enacted with one motion. If discussion is desired, that item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Item A, to ratify payment of invoices on the warrant list dated December 24th, 2018 in the amount of $59,951.22. Item B, to approve the proposal from Environmental Mechanical Services in the amount of $9,800 to replace the hot water tank in the Capture Administrative Center. Item C, to approve payment of the Patsy bus service for 261 rides provided to Payless Park residents from May 1st, 2017 to April 30th, 2018 in the amount of $1,503.36. Item D, to acknowledge the Chicago Southland Convention and Visitors Bureau as our Convention and Visitors Bureau of record for marketing and promotion of the tourism industry. Item E, to approve payment of invoices on the warrant list dated January 10th, 2019 in the amount of $197,212.90. And item F, to approve the supplemental warrant list dated January 10th, 2019 for manual checks, payroll, and recurring wire transfers in the amount of $374,868.25. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters. Commissioner Polk.
Yes.
Commissioner Pavladis.
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney.
Yes. Thank you. Any items of old business to be brought before the council at this time? We have no board, commission, and committee recommendations, so I'll move to information and updates. Commissioner Milovich Walters, Public Works and Streets and the Recreation Report.
Thank you, Mayor Mahoney, and Happy New Year, everyone. I just have a couple announcements. If we backtrack to December 15th, just let everyone know the results of our wonderful Breakfast with Santa event. It was at the Palos Park Metro Station, and we had 54 people there. Enjoyed breakfast provided by Royal Berry Restaurant out of Palos Heights, and even more stopped in to see Santa. Santa and Mrs. Claus did report that all the children were very good, and all the children left with 2 professional crafted balloon animals too. So there was a balloon artist there and breakfast, and it went off really well, and people seemed to really enjoy it. So looking forward to next year, same time, same place. And then we have an event coming up in just, a month. But I'm going to start talking about it now because
Chili?
It's chilly. It's chili time. Chili in the park, February 16th, Saturday, February 16th. So put it on your calendars now. It starts at 12:30. It will be at the Recreation Center. The doors open at 12:30. Tasting starts at 1:15. It's only $5 to attend. And you can pay at the door. You don't have to sign up in advance. You pay your $5, you come in, we give you a spoon, we give you a cup, and you walk from cook to cook and try as many of them as you'd like. And let's see, and there's if you want to compete, there's a $20 fee to cook your chili, and there will be a $100 prize for the People's Choice. So if you want to come out and cook your chili, you've got a great chili, we'd love to have you do that. You can call the rec department at 671-3760. There also will be live music going on, so it won't be just banging of pots and pans. There'll be music, and you walk around and try all the food, and it's a really great time. So
These chili cookers are unusual, fun, and fascinating.
absolutely.
And very good.
Yes, and the food's good too.
Yes. And
On
they
top
tend to
of all of
decorate
that.
their tables and all of that. It's a lot of fun. So on the calendar for Saturday, February 16th, 12:30 until 4:30. It goes that long because when you start tasting, that's when the judges start judging, and then we'll give the awards if you want to stick around and see who wins. So,
But it's a lot of fun. It's a can't miss event.
agreed. And how many things are you being able to get out and do in the wintertime when it's cold? Even one year it was snowing so hard, yet a ton of people showed up, and I had chili for that afternoon, so please come join us. And that concludes my report.
Excellent. Building and public property report. I assume that Commissioner Reed doesn't have anything for this evening, does he?
There is just the normal report.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah, I have it.
Oh, you got that.
Sorry. I'm gonna read that report. Building Department 2018 recap. 370 building permits were issued throughout the calendar year, totaling $148,014.57 in permit fees. By working with the village, obtain a permit and scheduling inspections, you are ensuring that your home meets building codes, local ordinances, and project specifications, and you're complying with the law. There were 729 inspections. Building, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing were completed during the calendar year. Homeowners can be assured that inspections are done to ensure compliance. 13 certificates of occupancy were issued, 4 interior home remodels, 3 home additions, 2 new home construction after demolition, and 4 new commercial businesses. In addition, the building department also staffs the Plan Commission, Zoning Board of Appeals, and Historic Preservation Committees. During the 2018 calendar year, the Plan Commission met 7 times, hearing 6 different cases. The Zoning Board of Appeals met 5 times, hearing 4 different cases, and the Historic Preservation Committee did not meet. The building department thanks all the commission members for their time and dedication. The building department processed 13 permits from December 5th to 31st, resulting in $4,171.59 of permit fees. 51 inspections were completed during this time. That concludes Commissioner Reed's report. Public Health and Safety, Commissioner Polk.
Thank you, Mayor Mahoney. We'll start with the police activity report. Since we didn't have a second meeting in December, this includes all the activity from 10 December to 13 January. 3,618 calls for service in just about that month's period of time. We wrote 99 adjudication tickets and an additional 55 traffic tickets. Presented another 65 written warnings and 55 verbal warnings. Took an additional 46 case reports. Arrested 25 adults and fortunately no juveniles. Impounded 8 vehicles. Performed 52 senior checks and an additional 103 citizen assists, and had 51 community contacts. So that's what the Palos Park Police Department's been up to for the last month. And then a couple of quick announcements. The first has to do with the emergency notification listings. The Palos Park Police Department is updating their business emergency notification listings during the month of January. So we'll be providing business owners with the annual update documents for their emergency notification list. We ask that businesses answer the questions thoroughly, and particularly as it regards to the different contact people that we can find in case of an emergency during non-business hours. These completed emergency contact forms can be mailed to, faxed to, emailed to, or picked up or dropped off at the Palos Park Police Department. Please feel free to contact us if we can be any assistance to you and your business with any special particular issues or problems that you might have. Again, this is sort of a continuous update, but we've become aware of several attempts at scamming residents inside the village. The latest ones seem to be from either the Social Security Administration or the U.S. tax people. Again, I warn people that if you are getting telephone calls from these groups or you're getting an email from these groups, they're not who they say they are. So the way that the Social Security Administration notifies you and the way the U.S. Treasury and Tax Service notifies you is they send you a letter in the mail with your name and address on it. If you have any questions, you can always give us a call. But please, 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 if they're calling you on the phone telling you that you owe back taxes or that you've been overpaid or underpaid in your Social Security payments or you have some other issue with Social Security, they don't call you on the phone. They do not call you on the phone. They will not call you on the phone. They have not called you on the phone in the past, and they will not do so in the future. They mail you a letter. So don't give your Social Security number to anyone who contacts you. Don't confirm the last 4 digits of your Social Security to anyone who contacts you. And certainly don't give a bank account or a credit card number to anybody, even if they say they're the government, even if they say they're Dan Polk. Do not give them your information. Computers make it easy to spoof people. So you pick up the phone, it says the U.S. Treasury calling or Social Security Administration calling. I could make that be any number that I want it to be. I could make it be the President of the United States. So just because your phone says it's so doesn't make it true, sort of like the internet. So if you get an unsolicited call, get off the phone. And if you have any questions, you can always contact us, particularly during regular business hours, but we'll respond at any time if you think you need us. And then a couple of issues about basic strategies to stay safe in snowy weather. The first is the more information you have, the more informed you can be about whether you want to go out that night or that afternoon. Please take note of local forecasts. Stay informed, particularly as storm information gets shared. We attempt to share all those conditions in real time on our social media contacts. So again, if there's no need to be out there, there's generally less of a chance of getting in an accident. Reduce your speed, anticipate delays, leave extra space between your vehicles, buckle up. These are good suggestions on a beautiful day. They're even better suggestions when it's nasty out there. So we encourage people to pay attention to what's going on around them. And again, if you have any questions or any issues, you can always contact us directly. There's always someone on duty at the Palos Park Police Department, 24/7, 365 days out of the year, 366 in a leap year. Chief Miller, do you have anything you need to add?
Nothing, Commissioner.
Thanks, it's good to see you. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Commissioner. Accounts and Finances, Commissioner Pavlatis.
Well, happy New Year to everybody, but I have no official report today and no announcements.
Excellent. I have no report other than to say Happy New Year and the best to all of you in 2019. Clerk Aragoni, do you have
I
anything?
have no official report. Happy New Year again to everybody. But we did have our first senior meeting today. And I'll tell you, it was really a good one. Sunrise Assisted Living came, and it's a big decision, something like that. And a lot of people were very appreciative. She was very informative, explaining what they offer and things we weren't even aware that they do. But there was no pressure. If you want a tour, we'll give you a tour. Call us. No, we'll call you kind of thing. So everybody really learned a lot about an assisted living facility. And I also had a speaker from Powell's Council on Aging. And it's amazing all they offer to seniors. I mean, it's incredible.
They're an incredible
And some
organization.
people weren't even aware. So they were, afterwards, I got so many good comments. I didn't know that. I didn't know they could do this. So it was a good day in that I think everybody learned something. And they all enjoyed coming. And also Sunrise brought lunch for everybody.
Aw.
So I thought I'd mention
That was
that.
kind of
It
nice.
was very nice.
Was there entertainment?
They were the entertainment.
They were the entertainment. To be informed is to be entertained.
But
I'll write that
really,
down.
it was very good. And that
I just
concludes
made
my
that up.
report.
Excellent. Thank you.
Marie, thanks for all you do for the team.
I tried.
For sure. Absolutely. Manager Bain.
I have three matters for the council's consideration this evening. The first is our Intergovernmental Risk Management Agency, IRMA, which is the village's, in essence, their insurance agency. Although we're in a pool, this is our insurance agency. It's basically our non-health, dental, or life insurance for the village. This is a 2019 annual insurance, what they call contributions, I call premium. One of the same, we're still paying some money. But there's good news. IRMA has calculated our village contribution at $73,715. Last year, our contribution was a little lower at $72,141, which is a $1,574 increase. But in 2017, just a couple years ago, it was $82,362. And let me give you a little perspective here. In 2011, our contribution was $110,662. So we have decreased between 2018 or 2019 and 2011 our contribution by almost $37,000, which is over 33%. This is reflective of the team here employed at the village, the safety consciousness that they have, risk management protocol that they follow, and keeping each other safe, our team members safe, safe on the roads, and the residents safe. So I think it speaks volumes of the team that the village employs here. Let me go back into the numbers here, just so I can give you some perspective on what you are considering to approve. During the time I aforementioned that I talked about 2011 to 2018, we also increased basically our savings account at IRMA. Since 2015, the Village Council has elected to use some of its savings as an offset to our premium to reduce that and save on our budget. We have enough in our surplus to cover any deductibles needed in our insurance, plus providing us a very low premium. Again, this year, we have a surplus credit of $193,336. What we're going to recommend is we use this to offset the $73,715. Recommendation is that we use $43,715 of our surplus credit and leaving $30,000 in premium payment for the 2019 calendar year. So that's the recommendation from the staff. I would seek a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve the IRMA 2019 annual contribution, $73,715, and that the surplus credit, $43,715, be used to offset, resulting in a total payment of $30,000.
Second.
Anyone have any questions? I'll just reiterate again the manager's statement that this is really a testament to every employee in the village working hard on risk management issues, from our public works to our public safety to really every employee. I mean, this encompasses a lot of risk, and to have that premium go down, you know, not only not rise with inflation, but to go down by that much over an extended period is quite an accomplishment.
And to have that surplus build up too.
So,
Good thing.
will the clerk call the roll for the motions?
Commissioner Pavlonis?
Yes.
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yep.
Mayor Mahoney?
Yes, thank you.
Thank
Great
you.
work.
The next item I have for consideration is the approval of an IT maintenance agreement with Proven Business Systems LLC. Our current provider is 3 Points, and they've been maintaining the village's computer systems since around July of 2010. From time to time, and I know the village council has pushed staff to, as a good practice, to review our vendors working for the village. So village staff discussed, with 3 IT companies. We had them submit some proposals to us. We interviewed them, and staff is recommending that this time we make a switch from 3 Points to Proven. We looked at, you said 3 companies, and the cost we've been given for Proven is actually less than what we're currently paying. It's not a lot. It's only about $340 a year, but over time it adds up. We've been looking for possibly some fresh eyes on our IT systems. We're looking at a number of different software programs to enhance our services to the village, and this would be a good time, we believe, to make a switch. The contract that's before you this evening has been fully vetted out by the village attorney. Tom made a number of comments, as did I, to the provider. They accepted all our comments without hesitation, which is by in itself somewhat unusual. I feel very good about the contract. Of course, we know how thorough Tom is on these matters, so I want to assure you that it's been all vetted out on the contract. In addition to all the normal things, the vendor does not hold us, even though I'm asking for a 3-year agreement. We can get out at any time. It's basically a 30-day notice. Our current provider, we have a much longer notice period. We have negotiated with them a exit time of March 30th of this year to leave that company should the council approve this. Proven would like to, and I guess it's kind of industry standard, but they would come in, if approved, probably within the next week or so, and start putting their services onto that of our current provider. Charges for that time, but be ready to go by April 1. So it would be a seamless transition. So we are encouraged by that as well. So in the report, there's a number of items that we talk about that they will provide, a number of services. In addition to maintenance and on-site help, there's a number of things that they do for us that I won't necessarily elaborate on now unless somebody has any questions. So this would take this matter, because it is expensive, it's over $25,000 over the 36-month period. We would need to waive the formal bidding process to approve this agreement. That's what I would ask the council to consider.
Question for you, and you may not remember off the top of your head, just curious. You had mentioned one of the things that makes them different than 3 Points was the get out anytime out of the deal. But I was just curious what kind of things appealed to staff to make the change. I was just curious.
I think it just seemed that they had a broad knowledge, they had a good staff. The people that we met with had a very good knowledge of our system. They came and did an audit of our whole system. We allowed them to do that. They made a number of recommendations right off the bat of what we could do, how we can structure our system, which is not entirely different than our current provider would recommend, but slightly. I think they also have, they're also into other, they provide other services through the company, the overall company. And they have very good references. They have a number of good Chicago corporate clients that seem very satisfied with them.
I have a couple of quick questions, Rick. Do I remember, do we have some current maintenance contracts with 3 Point? And did they get rolled into this, or am I remembering something crooked?
Well, they do have our maintenance contract right now, so it will change from 3 Points into Proven. But that's why the 2 month, we're looking for a little time where they can take over and basically have the transition be seamless.
And are they doing website maintenance as well?
No, we do that in-house. That is a separate matter that we took in-house a few years ago when we went in with Civic Plus as our provider, or
Thank you.
partner on that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions? Not, we've got a motion, and do we have a motion in a second?
No, I'll make the motion.
Second.
I move to waive the formal bid process and approve the MNS agreement with Proven Business Systems, LLC, for the maintenance of the village IT system and equipment in the amount of $2,769 minimum monthly charge for a period of 36 months, effective January 14, 2019. Monthly fees will not be due or paid until April 1st, 2019.
19th.
19.
Paid until April, I have 19th.
Oh, mine says April 1st.
Oh,
Isn't
want
it
to
April 1st?
clarify that?
Isn't
I
it-
have monthly fees not being due or paid until April the 19th, 2019.
Isn't it April 1?
It was April 1, then the night sheet.
Well, then I'll cross my incorrect one
Yeah, it's
off.
April 1st.
Yeah, April 1, 2019.
Okay. We have a motion, and Jim, you made a second? Any other questions? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Okay, Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Pavladis?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
And Mayor Mahoney?
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The last matter I have for the council's consideration is to consider the hiring of Star Events to facilitate the Fine Arts Fair to be held on the Village Green the weekend of May 18th and 19th, 2019. As a little background, the art fair was started in 2016 to create an ongoing art fair in Palos Park that would highlight the arts in this community. The event is free for any person wanting to visit and view different artist displays. Historically, we've had 30 to 40 artists at this event, with different surrounding states being represented by the artists. It's a 2-day event, and we've had some success with the fair. We've also been able to partner with Art in the Automobile in the past to bring some added enjoyment for those going to our event. Part of the problem we've had in the past has been weather. Part of the problem we've had in the past has been getting the word out about our art fair. We've had decent attendance. We've had decent revenues provided, but nothing outstanding. And the goal has always been to grow this art fair. Staff did meet with the mayor and Commissioner Milovich Walters last year to talk about this matter, and we interviewed a couple companies that could provide this type of service that do larger art fairs in and around the Chicago area. Star Events is one of them. Staff has gotten a proposal. We are looking for an approval of a management fee. The management fee of $16,000. What that does is it provides on-site management, a lot of assistance in growing this and getting vendors and artists into our community, negotiating better rates for the entertainment, and also seeking national sponsorships for our event, getting us the revenues that we need to carry and the recognition to carry this forward, not only this year but into the future. So the idea is to hire somebody like Star Events who does things like Taste of Randolph, Southport Art Festival, Riot Fest, Hyde Park Jazz Festival, to name a few, and also get to their sponsors that they do a lot of work with, such as McDonald's, Google, Lyft, PNC Bank, and others, to hopefully grow our event to where it can be regionally recognized. So that is our recommendation, is to hire Star Events. And the recommended motion is there.
Anyone have any questions?
I have a couple. So this is a one-year contract or a one-year commitment to
One-year
them?
deal, correct.
And where's the $16,000 coming from?
It will come out of the sponsorships and any revenues that we raise.
Well, we gotta pay it up front, right?
We pay it in increments, yes.
Oh, you're gonna have to help me there.
Yeah.
We pay it in increments.
Well, we have not come to when we pay what. So it comes as they bill us as they go along through the process over the next several months.
So they're capped at 16 plus 20% of whatever sponsorship they get.
National sponsors, ones we don't already have, correct.
And our prayer is that somehow we make 16,000 so that it's budget neutral?
Oh, absolutely. The whole idea is to make this whole event budget neutral, as all our events are.
And now for the hard question, when we don't?
That comes out of our special events fund.
Okay, that's all I got.
I would say, after meeting with these people and talking to them and having done this event now for 3 years?
Yes.
Yeah, 3 years. We've been steadily at the same amount of artists, approximately guessing right around the same number of people, except for weather. Two of the years, the weather kind of hit us on one of the days each weekend and didn't get a lot of people showing up. Part of the discussion is moving the date not in the second week of May, but moving it a little later to help ensure better weather. But also, beside bringing us more artists and possibly national sponsorship, they're also good at helping drive people towards your event. And that's the goal, to get also people coming out this way. There are not many, maybe one other art fair out in the southwest suburbs at all, I think. Am I right, Rick, from what I remember talking about? I mean...
Really, there's not any around
Yeah.
us.
So-
You get up a little bit north of here in the northwest and you
Yeah,
can get some.
so our idea is to be unique and the first and hopefully the biggest, and grow it into something really special with some great music and artists, and make it an event that people really look forward to, because I think the people that know about it do look forward to it and enjoy it. I just think we need to reach a broader base of people and make sure they know what we are here offering, and come and enjoy it. So I think that's why we discussed taking this approach at this time, to see if we can better put this event together and make it even more successful.
I've judged that each of the years, and I really believe that we can't do it on our own, because the quality of the art has been stabilized. We're getting the same people back, but we're not getting newer people. So I really think we need to go out of house here and get someone who's very used to doing this, that can promote it for us and bring artists from all over the area and maybe Wisconsin and so on, because we need to grow this, and I don't think we can do it on our own. So I think this is really the way to go.
Well, and what's interesting, just as an aside, one of the sites that we go to where we post our event that artists go to find out about events and decide what events they want to, pay to attend and compete or sell their wares. The Star Events also uses that site as well. The difference is they have relationships with so many artists already. If they say to these artists, you really need to go check out this event, we recommend you do this event, they're going to listen to them. So that's part of the, what you're paying for with this kind of company is the pull they have and the connections they have with the artists as well as the people that would be sponsoring the events and things like that.
They've already got a proven list of people, and that's what we need to tap into. So even though they use the same site we do, they still have a list of
Absolutely.
big shows that they've done, and they have corporate sponsors, and we need to tap into that and have them bring them to us. Because we need to grow this, and we can't do it, from what I've seen as a judge, the last couple of years, I see it kind of level, and the same people are coming, so I think we need to really grow it, and I think it's a great idea.
It's an experiment.
I think it's gonna work.
We want to increase the exposure on this event. So why do we do an event like this? Of course, we're trying to create entertainment for our residents and the people in the region, but there's more to it than that. It's about increasing the exposure of your community and drawing people from outside your community, hopefully even outside the region, to see Payless Park.
Right. You're
And
showcasing it.
to see what we have here and say, never realized that it was a community this nice out this way. So that's another reason why we do this. Do we take lightly the fact that, we're going to spend a minimum of $16,000 on this event? And we may not recoup all of that through revenue. There's a chance that that might occur. No, I don't take that lightly. But I do think that I've always wanted to do an art fair. I thought Payless Park, with its roots as an artist colony, needed an art fair. I think this event can be big in this area, and I think it can promote Payless Park in the right way. So I think that overall, it's worth seeing if we can expand through the expertise of this organization, our art fair here in Payless Park. Any other questions?
May I make the motion?
Sure.
We'd like to make a motion to accept the recommendation of staff to hire Star Events with a management fee not to exceed $16,000 and sponsorship commission of 20% to produce and manage the Payless Park Art Fair in 2019.
Second.
Hearing a motion and a second, will the clerk please call the roll?
Commissioner Milovich Walters?
Yes.
Commissioner Pavlakis?
Yes.
Commissioner Polk?
Yes.
Mayor Mahoney?
Yes.
That is all I have. Appreciate it.
All right. Announcements. I know I had some here. Police Pension Board will hold their quarterly meeting on Tuesday, January 22nd at 7 p.m. in the Captor Administrative Center. Historic Preservation will not meet on January 15th as there are no agenda items. Recreation Advisory will not meet on January 15th. Their meeting has been rescheduled to February 12th. Library Board will meet on Wednesday, January 16th at 5 p.m. in the library. Please note this is a new permanent meeting time. Plan Commission will meet on Thursday, January 17th at 7 p.m. in the Captor Administrative Center. Public hearing will be held as the village is proposing a text amendment to Part 12, Title 6, Chapter 1280, Section 1280.08, by adding a new subsection C thereto, which shall read in its entirety as follows. Notwithstanding subsection B above, a second-floor addition may be constructed in relation to a single-family residence covered by subsection A above without need for any side yard, rear yard, and/or front yard setback variations, provided that no portion of said second-floor addition encroaches into the required side yard, rear yard, and/or front yard setback any more than the existing single-family residence. Any such second-floor addition shall not be considered a legal, non-conforming use under this chapter. And that's, completes my announcements. Anyone from the audience like to address the council? Seeing no such requests, I would seek a motion to adjourn at this time.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all, and good evening. And again, Happy New Year.